I'm here with Ryan from Underground Reptiles. Ryan, I love your YouTube channel, man. My wife even watches. She doesn't watch many stuff, but she thinks you guys are hysterical.
She's quite wrong.
Yeah, I told her. So you got to
my wife. She'll find out how wrong she is.
You know why my wife likes your channel? Because you involve your family. I think that's why she enjoys it.
My girls are lovers of reptiles.
Isn't it amazing? A lot of people I know,
they're... Look at my boy.
Oh, you got him right here.
Yeah.
A lot of people's kids don't want anything to do with reptiles.
I'm glad my kids do. I'm blessed. I am blessed.
Show us some cool lizards here, because you got the coolest in the place.
Thank you so much. Monkey Tail Skink from the Solomon Islands. A completely arboreal lizard with a prehensile tail and some of the biggest jaws you ever seen. What always flipped me out about these lizards is they got the hardest bite and the biggest jaws, and all they eat is fruits and leaves.
Really? Will they bite if you hold these things?
Not usually. They're usually real chill, but man, look at the size of the jaw on that thing.
I love that prehensile tail. I think it's just the coolest thing. I think these are really not that available. You don't see them that much in our industry.
They got closed down from importation about 15, 20 years ago.
Oh.
So now the only ones available are captive bred, and the females only give 1 or 2 babies a year.
Oh, so it's very hard to... Do you breed these now?
No, I do not. I get them from the zoo.
Oh, you do? Really? Is this a new project you'll be engaging in?
We're working on it. We just have to find a room. There's only so many things we have.
I know you've been trying and bustling and hustling to get these things to breed, these Caiman lizards.
Oh, man.
Tell us what the deal is with these.
Well, I hate them and I love them at the same time. Caiman lizard is a fully aquatic tegu, and it's hard not only to get the eggs, but then to incubate the eggs when they do come. They're a tricolor lizard that comes out of Peru and French Guiana.
So this is technically a tegu, huh?
This is a tegu.
I didn't know that.
Aquatic tegu. That's exactly what it is. And in the wild, they have very specific needs for food. They're snail eaters. So you're talking about an animal whose almost whole diet is mussels, snails, shellfish.
Where do you buy food for these things?
That's a great question, because the easiest lizard in the world to take care of now, because all you gotta do is go to a Chinese market, get some cooked periwinkle snail meat, throw it in a cage.
Wow, who would have thought? That's a great idea.
And so you have an animal that at one point in time was the hardest animal in the world to take care of, because where are you gonna get snails? Now it's the easiest.
So you just buy that and you can feed them. How many of those things will eat a day?
We'll go through a package of those for 3 animals about every week.
Oh, that's not bad.
In the house, and that package costs about $5.
Oh, wow. All right.
Easy animal.
Now, why is it so hard to breed?
That's a great question. Somebody told me one time that they have to breed in the water. So you need a giant, and first of all, this is still a baby. Although it looks big, this animal's 3 foot long. This is still a baby. These things full grown is a 5-6 foot animal.
Wow.
Massive head.
Right.
And you need a really big enclosure.
Are you building any outdoor water enclosures for these things?
Yeah, that's what we're working on, a fully aquatic closure for them so they can hang over the water like an iguana hangs over, like a canopy area.
You're a big believer in breeding outside, and you have a lot of success with it, obviously. Do you think that, that's the secret to some of these animals, or do you think that people can duplicate what goes on outside inside?
No, you definitely gotta know that every single place that you live is different from how you're going to take care of it. Meaning, how you take care of them in South Florida is not how you take care of it in Chicago, not how you take care of it in New York. So I'm blessed. I live in South Florida. The animals that I choose to breed outside are conducive to a tropical or subtropical environment.
Now, what I love what you got is the albino tegus, and let's go over there and take a look at them, because that's your calling card.
That's right.
What have you produced this year?
Okay, so this was our big project. For the last 10 years, I've been working on something called the Ice Tegu. The Ice Tegu.
Hold them under the light so we can see some good quality images of this thing. What's an Ice Tegu?
Okay, an Ice Tegu is 50% black and white, 37% blue, 13% red.
Wow, that's quite a mix.
But what I did is I crossed it with an albino blue tegu, so I got 100% het for albino. So every animal that comes out looks different because you don't know what's going to be visual. Is it going to be the red tegu that comes out visual? It's going to be the black and white. That's why what we do is this line like this here, we see the yellow head?
Sure.
We call that the lemon ice. This is more red, we call that the cherry ice.
I love it.
This is more black, we call this the black ice. So whatever it is that comes out visually dominant, that's how we chose the name.
That's very interesting. Now, do all these, when they get bigger, turn pretty much the same color?
No way. Every one of them is different. Some of them retain that light yellow color.
Right.
We have some that went bone white. They almost look like a snow tegu.
Which one? What color was those? Which one were those?
Out of the parents?
Yeah. No, I mean, like, which was it? The red or the blue?
Because this is only the first year.
Oh, you don't even know.
We don't know which ones. We had one batch come out last year, and every one of them looks different right now, but none of them are old enough to breed.
How old do they have to be to breed?
You can breed a male in a year, but I'd go 2 to 3 with a female. If you breed a female too early, she'll egg bound and die, and you don't want to do that.
Really? So that's a problem that a lot of people try to do too fast, and they wind up jeopardizing their whole collection. And when do you put these things outside? At what point do you say, okay, guys, you're on your own now?
That's a great question. We put ours outside after 2 years. Once the animal passes that 3-foot margin, that 3-foot mark, I figure that she's big enough now to have an area where she gets out of the heat and gets into the cool if she needs it. That's when they go outside.
And they're fine in this like crazy heat we're having now, 90-degree heat?
Mine love it. They do. They love it. They eat more because the metabolism's faster because it's hotter. But no, they're doing great.
Do you find the breeding is easier because you don't have to alter? I mean, it's just whatever is outside.
Listen, there ain't nothing easy about breeding tegus.
No?
And anybody that thinks it's easy because they bred 1 year, you got to go to long term, because after a few years and your animals stop producing, and all of a sudden your production goes down and you want to pull your hair out. What happened? You used to produce for me. It's no joke. Breeding tegus is 1 year you feel like a genius, and next year you feel like an idiot.
Ryan, great talking to you, man.
Thank
And
you so much
you're doing
again.
some great stuff at Underground Reptiles. And what's the channel?
I don't know. We don't do that.
Underground Reptiles on YouTube?
Social butterfly.
Well, you got the great channel.
Underground Reptiles dot whatever thing.
It's on YouTube, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you.